What's up, motherfuckers? It is, Leroy, low-key, shit-stain, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I'm back again, bitch, with a brand new episode of the Fat Man's Lounge. And today we've got a very special guest, my boy, TYG. What's up, TY?
Yo.
How you doing, man?
Living the dream.
On God, brother. We just got done doing that fat-ass episode with Mike, Meso, and Jacob. With Mike and Jacob kind of barely being in it, but it's all good.
Yeah.
And since we're still here, we've got some more time. We're going to do a motherfucking follow-up episode here on the Fat Man's Lounge. So, last night, yesterday was my baby shower. We did a fat-ass episode when, everybody was more engaged. We was all having a good time. It didn't record us, so we kind of shit the bed on that. We was touching base and talking about a whole bunch of interesting shit. So I tried to make notes of some of the shit that we talked about in last night's episode. Jacob wasn't really that much engaged in it either because we got caught up talking about a whole bunch of mellow shit. And since you're still here, we can, you know what I'm saying? Take the time to make this episode talk about the beautiful Mellow Daze, brother. That's what we could call this episode, the Mellow Daze.
They were fun.
They were fun while they lasted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For those of y'all who don't know, I don't know, we might end up having viewers from all over the world. If you don't know Mellow Mushroom, man, Mellow Mushroom's it's a solid pizza joint. Honestly, if I never worked there, I probably would have never ate that shit for real.
To be real,
to be real, yeah, dog. Because especially if I would have even, let's say I'm just spitballing ideas, but if I were to be downtown Augusta and I see Mellow Mushroom open, I'd be like, okay, a little pizza joint. I'll go in this motherfucker. See what they talking about. I would not walk away buying no fucking pizza. Because, bro, even back then, wasn't like a small pepperoni or like a small cheese was like $8, bro.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. And it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't it ain't no budget food, that's for sure.
Yeah. It's not budget friendly. So if you're going to Mellow Mushroom with not a lot of money in your pockets, you might want to see what kind of deals Domino's got on the app, brother. Because,
oh, God.
You ain't gonna get much over there at Mellow Mushroom. You can get you some cheese bread. You remember that motherfucking cheese bread, boy? I ain't gonna lie, that cheese bread used to go crazy, boy.
Nah, I was fucking with that beer cheese with them kettle cooked chips.
Oh, the beer cheese. What about the pretzel bites, though? Pretzel bites is alright, you know what I mean? Unless they were more than 10 minutes old.
Yeah, you gotta catch them fresh out.
Yeah, them pretzel bites, I recommend those. The pretzel bites with the motherfucking beer cheese. That shit used to go crazy.
Nah, them jalapeno kettle cooked chips.
I think
beer cheese.
They actually switched up the brand of kettle chips that they used to have. So I don't even think they got jalapeno cheddar.
It wasn't a cheddar, it was just a jalapeno jam. But still, that shit was good as hell. Or some beer cheese on a meatball hoagie.
Beer cheese on a meatball hoagie, brother?
That's some real big back shit.
That is that real big bag shit.
That's why it's the Fat Man's Podcast.
Now, Fat Man's Lounge.
Fat Man's Lounge. There we go.
Motherfucking Fat Man's Lounge. Just the big back hours.
Oh, God.
Just the big back hours. We started talking about food off rip. That's not going to be a common theme with this podcast, neither, bro. We just started talking about Mellow.
Got two big bags, like what you expect. Food gonna come up.
Oh, God. So, yeah, man. We both... Actually, Mellow's where me and you met. Dude,
yes.
I could talk about the day we met, how I accidentally woke up late while covering your shift, and you were like the new guy. And fucking Jay hit me and was like, hey, bro, could you cover my boy TY's morning shift? I was like, yeah, I got you. And then I fucking showed up late as fucking you was already there. So I was like, oh, damn. Instantly, new guy hates me.
Yeah, I know I called Jay. I think I called Jay, too, and was telling him, like, bro, I sit here and this motherfucker shows up after I'm already here for like an hour and a half. Like, because I think they called me and was like, hey, nobody could cover your, or Jared didn't come in, so nobody can cover your shift. I need you to come in or whatnot. But
I woke up late and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. And then I still finished out my fucking shift. I ain't even like...
Yeah, I
should have passed it over.
Yeah, you should have, man. I was like, oh, shit, dude. I'm here, bro. I can cover you. He was like, nah, I'm already here. I'm like, all right, man. It's all good.
But see, at the time, we both were in the same situation.
It was like having somebody...
Depending on a ride type shit. And mine was already gone. So
yeah.
there was no point in you sending yours out while I had to wait another hour.
True that. But the Mellow Daze, man, they used to be fun. Fucking.
Yeah, they were.
Old Robbie's ass. Robbie was one of our kitchen leads. He was a cool guy. He was a bit of a sour ass while working. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
I mean, he was 4 foot.
Yeah, what do you expect? Shout out Robbie.
Them little ones got the most anger.
That Napoleon complex, brother.
I'm trying to tell you.
Them folks be mad as hell. What do you mean, bro? Scrappy Doo, bro. It's that Scrappy Doo energy, bro.
Straight up.
Let me at him. Let me at him, ass.
That's on point with Robbie right there.
I swear to God. But shout out Robbie, though. We love you. You know me and T.Y. love you. Fucking, so what should we start off? What crazy story should we start off with first? Acid at work.
Acid at work.
You didn't do acid back then.
I did not do acid back then.
Did I
I've
ever
only done acid one time.
Oh yeah, with me, you and
Yep.
Old buddy
Keenan.
Trip. Yeah, Keenan. We was at damn
The apartments.
The motherfucking apartments. We was just up all night laughing our asses off on some bullshit, bumping tunes and shit. I forgot that you had epilepsy and I was watching music videos and shit. And then the flashing lights came on. You had turned around and I was like, "Oh shit, bro, you need me to turn it off?" He was like, "No, dude, song's low-key good." You know, song's alright or whatever the fuck. Vibing or whatever.
We gotta do that shit again.
Hell yeah, we gotta.
That shit was fun.
Yeah, dude, acid trips. You know, shouldn't do it as much as I did during my teenage years, but like it's good to do it every now and again. It makes for fun, especially when you space it out. So anybody that wants to do acid and hasn't got your hands on it, and if you ends up getting your hands on it, you know what I'm saying? If you cop a lot, hold on to it. Don't do it all in one go, man. There's double dose rules. You better be up to knowledge with all your shit. But
do it with somebody you can trust.
Yeah, do it with the tight homies, the ones that you know you're gonna have a good time with. You know, the ones what I'm saying, that ain't no vibe killers, ain't no motherfuckers that gonna get on your fucking nerves. Nobody that's gonna like start some bullshit. Nobody that will put you in like an uncomfortable predicament or nothing like that. Make sure you around motherfuckers like T.Y. just said, like you trust, and you can have a good ass time for real. But make sure you space it out. Don't abuse drugs. Use it in moderation. Like they try to tell you to do in the alcohol commercials. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Whoever the fuck is consistently buying Fireball is not taking it in moderation. But dude, there was one
that was my cousin.
What?
And that bitch would buy a 10-pack of Fireball every fucking couple days.
Could do no Fireball game.
I gotta be a little fucked up already to even consider Fireball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't do Fireball like that. Not on no, like, hey, I want to drink, I'm gonna go get some Fireball. Fuck no.
Fireball used to be one of those liquors that I thought I could handle. Like, I mean, I could for the most part. Like, the way that goes down to me is not as bad as like other liquors and shit. So like it'd be something I could consume, but I would not want to go out and buy some. Like if I was looking to get fucked up, somebody's like, "Hey bro, I got some Fireball." Is it cold?
I go drink some tequila first.
Some tequila
before I go. Like, I'll take a shot of some tequila before I do Fireball.
Man, I don't even think I've drank tequila that much in my lifetime. If I'm gonna keep it a bean. But no, why I brought up acid, goddamn.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I did acid at work one time, bro. Or I went to work off of acid, and I was fucked up. That shit was not it. I knew, like, in my head, I was like, it was after you had worked there.
Yeah.
And so, like, even during the time you worked there, when I was doing acid a good bit.
Shit, when I was there, you was really on them fucking...
I was on the beans like a motherfucker. And I also want to take this time on the podcast to shout you out because you were one of the first people to say something to me about my consumption of them bitches.
Yep.
Because it used to be like... I did up it some because it used to be like I would go in there. I'd pop one every weekend like on a Saturday or a Friday if I know it's going to be busy as fuck. It's that way, like, I'm having a good time listening to music and I'm up and I'm wanting to get all this shit done so we can get the fuck out of here and I can go enjoy my weekend. And fucking, Like, you were one of the first people to be like, hey, bro. Because it used to be, you know, the weekends I take the bitches. And then it was damn near turning into every fucking
day.
shift that I'd work. Like, because the days I was off, bro, I wanted to sleep. Because when I take them bitches, you know, that was like the Tesla days. Like so them bitches was like fucking meth ecstasy type shit, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure there had to be like meth in them fucking pills. And we just didn't know.
Probably.
And fucking, because I would take one of them bitches and not be able to sleep for that whole night. And then the next thing you know, I got to go to work. And so I'm popping a whole ass other one just so I can keep me going.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I was fucking tired and I wanted to go to sleep. But shit, dude, it's 4:30 and I'm about to have to go to work.
Right. And you there till about 11, 12 o'clock.
That shit used to suck ass, brother. That shit used to suck ass. And I was glad you said something because it actually made me, like, take a step back and be like, yeah, I really need to chill with the bitches. And step one of doing that was getting
I worked with, like, pointing it out.
And it was like, the first step of doing that was getting the fuck out of Dylan's house. That way it's like,
not around it as much.
Exactly.
You can kind of distance yourself and get more.
He knew I could get it. I was his only way of getting it. And as long as I was there, he would be bugging me to try to get it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm glad I did make that move because that was a wise decision. And I'm grateful to have somebody in my circle like yourself that said something to me.
No problem.
That was like, because you were really the only motherfucker that said some shit.
Yeah, everybody else was just going to fucking...
Ain't nobody else really knew like that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else was working with me. Like, people that's close like Nick. Nick had no idea of how much I was taking ecstasy during those days. Yeah. Nick had not a fucking clue. You know what I mean? Because I didn't live over here. And that wasn't... He had no idea until I started living back over here. And I would tell him, like, yeah, dude, I was taking beans all the fucking time. Dylan's ass is always one of them bitches. Every shift he worked, he needed them bitches. Swore he needed them bitches.
Yeah, because, I mean, Jay was fucking with him for a little bit, but he, you know...
Man, I ain't gonna lie, one of the funniest things...
Them bitches a little heavy, and
one of the funniest things he said revolving around ecstasy was...
Who, Dylan?
No, Jay. Because I told him, I was like, dude, somebody told me that every time you take one, it's like, you know, poking holes in your brain type shit. It's like burning holes into your brain. And, like, I said that jokingly, like, not like I actually believed it. And he was like, boy, if that's the case, my shit looks like a block of cheese right now. And I was like, damn, bro.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it.
Like, yeah, man, me too, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's my boy, though.
Oh, I swear to God. The bean problem at work was crazy. But it did make listening to music in that dish pit funner. I'll give it that.
I mean, you know, a little extra incentive always made it funner in there.
Exactly, bro. Just a little wompage will have you great. Especially in that motherfucking dish pit. There was fun times to be made in that fucking dish pit, bro.
Boy, I remember... I don't remember her name, but there's one chick we was working with up there. Excuse me, sorry. There's one chick we was working with up there. She ended up making some little brownies.
Oh, dude, I remember that, right?
Yeah.
Was I there for that?
You was there.
Yeah.
Because I ended up copping one of them off of her, and it was just a little small, inch by inch. And, yeah, I ate the whole thing. As soon as she gave it to me, I just ate it.
Yeah.
And she came back later and was like, did you try it yet or whatever? You gonna wait till you get home? I was like, I done ate it. The whole thing.
She was like, the whole thing?
She just, are you driving tonight? No, I'm good. I was high for like the next 13 fucking hours.
Holy shit.
Ironically enough, they fired her that same day because the other hostesses and servers didn't like her and said that she was stealing tips.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Because she happened to have a little extra money on her that day from the edible.
Yeah.
So they tried to say that she was stealing tips, and because she had extra money on her, it looked like she was.
Damn.
Yeah. It was fucked, dude.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Man, I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. There was big back hours. There was this one girl that fucking Gavin, when Gavin was working there, he fronted like we would make jokes about this bitch. She was big back. He'd call her Triple C. Okay. And I'd be like, nah, that's goddamn, that's Triple B, boy. That's the big back bitch. She got fired for some dumb shit, dog. She got fired because her stupid ass was talking about cocaine to like one of her tables. One of her other tables overheard it and reported it to a manager. And then she came back there crying, wanting to hug Gavin. And she tried to give me a hug, and I just walked off. I was like, oh, no.
That's right.
I was like, bro, you're fucking retarded. You can't be sitting here acting like a fucking victim after you was like, oh, yeah, cocaine, guys. Here's your pizza. You know, like, my dad, like, she started yapping about how her dad used to be a coke dealer or some bullshit. I don't know. I'm not sure what the whole story was, but even Chad that night, I don't think he knew Chad, but he was the manager there at the time. He was like, yeah, dude, she was a fucking idiot. I had no other choice than to fucking fire her dumbass. Like, bro, are you really that dumb?
Yeah.
Like, cause she was one of them bitches that talk loud as fuck. So like.
Yeah, I dated a bitch like that. Yeah. Fuck that.
She come in, oh my god. I can't believe they're firing me. It's so stupid. Oh my god, I wasn't trying. It's not like I was trying to sell them jobs or anything. Bitch, shut up.
I mean, there's shit you don't talk about.
Bro, I thought of something you can talk about. People eating shit in that dish pit. Did you ever eat shit in that dish pit? Because I know you witnessed somebody eat shit. You and Jay witnessed damn Holly eat shit.
Yeah.
Eat absolute shit.
Dude, that shit, I never understood that. Like, there was a few servers, a few of them, that would bring back dishes and shit when we were really busy.
Yeah.
And you just look over and catch them eating shit off the plate.
Oh, that's what she was doing?
Yeah, bro. I've seen a couple of them just actually come back there and fucking grab something off the plate, dump it, and then head out. And I'm like, bitch, you nasty.
I'm talking about not eating actual food. I'm talking about like busting their ass, eating shit.
Oh, well, you gotta specify a little better, but
yeah,
I'm just saying,
bro, completely. Hey. Yeah.
No, yeah, there's been a couple times people walk back there and then busted
I'm talking
their
about
ass.
Holly, bro, the one that fucking hit her head on the shit and plates fell on her.
Fucking. Oh wait, Holly was.
The one that she was like...
Yeah, I remember Holly.
Yeah. Great
girl.
Oh. She's nice. She's sweet.
Dude, remember Rail got pushed into the oven?
Rail got pushed into the oven?
Yeah. He was, it was Wes.
Wes?
It was Wes. R.I.P. Wes.
R.I.P. to Wesley, bro.
He was turning around to go put a pizza or something, or to check on the pizza. No, they had the oven, the side of the oven open.
Yeah.
And he was going to put a pizza in, and Rail was coming past. And I think he called it, or no, I think they were cleaning. I can't remember exactly what they were doing, but the side of the oven was open.
Yeah.
And Wes ended up turning around. I think he had Bertha with him, actually. I think he went to go pick up Bertha and bring her back.
Bertha's a big ass board big ass cutting board.
Yeah, it's where they made all their pizzas and shit at.
12-foot long, 12 by like 2.
Yeah, it was like a 200-pound fucking board.
Nah, it wasn't 200 pounds.
That bitch was
heavy. It was probably about like fucking up there though. Yeah, maybe like 80 to 100.
Yeah, but
that was a bitch to get by yourself.
They would call out Bertha when they were bringing it back, so nobody, everybody was out the way. But
yeah,
as soon as he picked it up and leaned back, Rail was coming past and fucking went into the oven and straight, like first or second degree, all down his arm and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Damn.
I remember he came back there and showed me and shit like.
Whew. Damn, boy. Rail gave me my fucking only tattoo. Shout out to Rail.
Did he really?
Yeah. He gave me that one tattoo I got.
But Holly, I vaguely remember. I remember her coming back. Yeah, because wasn't it, like, soon as she walked in to the dish pit, she fucking slipped and tried to grab onto the shit. And some dishes went flying over.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fucked, too.
She fucking slipped,
She
hit her
ate
head
shit.
on the rack, and then all them clean dishes just fucking toppled on top of her head.
Yeah.
That shit had to suck.
Oh yeah, dude. I know it did.
Shout out to Holly though. She was cool people.
There was a lot of cool people there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of characters.
Definitely
a lot of special characters.
Man.
I remember one time I went out to go bust a table,
Yeah.
and it was like a party of 6 or 7, some shit like that. And they was getting up, gathering all their shit, and I was standing there just posted up on the corner, just waiting. And as they were coming out my way, I was like, have a great night. And when I did, the lady jumped and screamed.
She jumped and screamed?
Yes, because she swore up and down that I was a Post Malone statue that just fucking moved and spoke to her as she walked by. Because right as that happened, Trey came running up to me.
Yeah.
And was like, bro, what did you do to her? I said, hey, have a nice night. I didn't do nothing. But, yeah,
Shout out to Trey, by the way.
Yeah, Trey
Coolest
was awesome.
manager I've ever had, man. Shout out to Trey.
Yeah.
We love you, bro.
But, dude, that shit was hilarious.
Did I tell you that Trey... This is how cool... All right, we got to give Trey his flowers. He is the coolest fucking manager ever because he booked me a fucking show before. Did I tell you about that?
No, you didn't.
Dude, so, like, whenever me and Esco dropped Raw, shout out to SOG Eskimo, when we dropped that... some guy that delivered the paper cups, he apparently like booked shows in Aiken and whatnot. Fucking Trey, my bad, I was blanking. Fucking Trey talked to him about some shit, and bro was telling him about how he did shows and whatnot. He was like, oh yeah, bro, we got one of the rappers in the Dish Pit, bro. He's actually really great. He showed him my shit, gave him my Facebook, gave him my SoundCloud. Bro checked out Raw. Bro put in like 80 fucking plays on Raw. Bro really loved Raw.
Yeah.
This was like my guy's jam, dude. He was fucking with this shit heavy. And so he hits me up. He books me an Esco for a show. He lets us in. This is the first time, like, I've performed at like clubs and shit before, bro. I like my first couple of shows was doing like showcases and shit,
right,
where I drove all the way to Atlanta just to like have to pay like you didn't have to pay to perform, you had to pay to get in. You just had to sign up to perform prior and send folks your song. I had to pay extra to the bouncer to let me in because I'm like 16, 17.
Right.
Or no, excuse me, 17. Fucking I do all that shit. I've always seen the VIP section. Never really cared to go back there, pay all the extra money to go back there or any of that shit.
Right.
But whenever I go to this show that Trey helped to book me, bro was like being dope as fuck. He was like, hey man, you can come back in the VIP, you and Esco. But we had our 2 little homies with us.
Right.
And shout out Caleb, free Caleb. I can't remember who else was with us. I think it might have been Lottie. Also, shout out Lottie. Lottie's fucking hilarious. Great guy. They wasn't letting Lottie and Caleb into fucking the VIP with us.
My fault.
You good. They wasn't letting Lottie and Caleb back in the VIP with us.
Yeah.
So me and Esco said, fuck the VIP shit. We sat there for like 5 seconds and was like, this is cool, but we're the only people in VIP. And so we go back out, and then the promoter comes back up to us again. He was like, oh, y'all ain't want to sit in the VIP? We was like, nah, bro. We gonna chill with the homies, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and he was like, oh, that's cool. And then he goes up to the DJ. He has the DJ play fucking Raw in the club, like before anybody's going on stage. And when that shit happened, we all just started looking at each other like, oh, shit. Bro really does fuck with us, low-key. Like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like, the having your song played in the club moment when you're not performing it, it's a really cool feeling.
Yeah.
Because that's something like that was never in my mind prior of like, oh, dude, I can't wait to hear my song at the club one day.
Right.
That was never like one of my intentions. But when that happened, I was like, oh, dude, this is pretty fucking cool. Nobody else is noticing because Raw is just like, it's a pretty good song. It was like up to par with whatever the fuck else came out during that time in 2019. So like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody was looking around like, oh bro, who made this song or nothing. But me and Esco and Kayla Lati, y'all just like, hell yeah, bro. Just wait here until they hear Too Raw.
Did you ever keep up with the with Buddy?
With the promoter?
Yeah.
No, it was kind of like a one and done thing, bro. Like, whenever we did it, I really kind of like lost touch and kind of forgot of his existence just because I had so much shit going on. But nonetheless, it was a fun time. It was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Trey because Trey was my Mellow Mushroom manager, and if it wasn't for him, I would have never got to hear my song in the club moment.
Yeah.
So shout out to Trey. We love you, Trey. Big shouts out to you, my boy.
Yeah, we do.
I remember.
Need to come back and fuck with us, man.
On God,
come
Trey,
hop on the podcast.
I swear to God, Trey. Yeah, on God. Just because of this story, man, our viewers are gonna be like, we want Trey on the fucking pod. Y'all trust me. I want Trey on the pod. He's such a chill fucking guy. Zinger.
Zinger.
Dude, we would be on some bullshit at Mellow, bro.
Hey, that was my shit, though.
I swear to God, dude.
Hey, it was because of Robbie I started that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie, and then Trey picked
and
it
then,
up.
Yeah, Trey picked it
and
up.
And then everybody in the kitchen picked it up.
Zinger. On some bullshit. That shit was fun, man. That shit was fun. Good. The Mellow Daze was great.
Mellow Daze was great.
There was some hoe-ass folks in Mellow. You got hoed by Charlie. Ironically enough, during that acid trip at Mellow, like, it was a terrible idea from the get. But the only thing I truly do remember, besides being genuinely miserable the entire time I'm washing dishes, but, like, pushing myself to keep going, I go outside on a cigarette break and Charlie's there. Charlie's the GM at this point.
Yeah.
Brett had been gone and shit. And I'm like... I straight up, because, I was serving him and shit. He don't work there no more, so this don't fucking matter that we could talk about, because they hoed him. All that hoeing that he did to yo ass came around to bite him on the ass whenever COVID happened. And then Brett came back and everything. But,
what goes around comes around.
I will say Charlie was there for me in that moment, because I was like, Charlie, Brett. I think I told him whenever I came in on the shift, I was like, I'm going to need whoever the fuck else is with me to be running out there busting tables. I got to stay in that dish pit, bro. I forgot that I was working today and I took acid, so I'm tripping my balls off right now, bro. Like, I just need to stay in that dish pit. I'll bust my ass and do whatever I got to, brother. But just keep me back there. I just want to stay the fuck away from people. Let me listen to my music. Let me be chill, you know what I mean? I wasn't planning on coming here today, brother. And then he was like, yeah, that's cool. And then when I finally got my cigarette break, I'm sitting out there with him. And he was like, oh, so how's your trip going? And I was like, I was just staring at the concrete, too. I was like, it's crazy about, like, the road, like, just the road portion of the concrete, Charlie. He was like, what? I was like, that shit moving like waves, like I'm at the beach and this fucking sidewalk is the sand. That shit look like the waves of the water right now, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm fucked up. He was like, do you need to go home? I was like, no, like, I can do it, bro. Nothing's fucking with me. Nothing's fucking with me on the inside, brother. Right. Everything in the dish pit's good. I'm in there vibing, but I gave myself this break, and right now it's like really kicking my ass. I was like, I ought to come down off of this shit by the end of the shift, which I think I did start doing, like, during like 9 or 10 o'clock. But still, I was like, you know what I mean? Right. Still fucked up. At that point, I was just immensely exhausted. Oh, yeah. I was fucking ready to go to bed, bro. But shout out to Charlie for that fucking day, because holy shit. I think he was one of the only only other people that knew. I don't remember much about that shift. I just remember being miserable as fuck.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, because, by the time we come down off of acid, bro, your body's worn out. You're tired. And fucking... working on that shit? Yeah, dude, nah. I don't recommend that to anybody. You best make sure your ass don't gotta work the next day if you tripping.
I used to know a dude back in the day at the plasma center that would donate on acid
He'd be on acid while
He'd
people
be
taking
on,
blood?
Yes.
Nah,
He'd be
bro.
on. He'd fucking take him a couple tabs
I'd lose my fucking
before
mind.
he went in, smoking my blunt outside, walk in there and fucking go donate.
Dude, man.
And fucking like, yeah, dude. One day it was cloudy as fuck. The sky was all gray and shit. He told me that he was on acid and this, that, and the third. And he was like, what color is the sky right now? You know, I told him it was gray, whatnot. And like, nah, man, that's just like purple and blue and wavy and all this shit. And I'm like, bro, fuck that shit. You ain't no way I'm gonna be tripping balls like that while a needle's about to go on my arm.
Yeah,
and
fuck
fucking, you know, especially, you know, sitting there for however long it takes, you know, 30 minutes to an hour, whatever.
Yeah.
Just tripping balls. Hell no.
Just tripping like crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I could not be comfortable.
I feel like he was fucking with some black magic type shit too.
Who knows, man? What's that? Black magic. What's that? Is that when he disappears when the dad disappears to go get a gallon of milk, never comes back?
That's fuck.
These are jokes, ladies and gentlemen. If your favorite comedian can say that, people not get mad. Don't be mad at me when I joke about that. That was good. That was a solid one. That made you chuckle. Don't act like it didn't.
A little chuckle.
It's okay, bro. T.Y.'s kids are black.
That they are.
It's okay. I can make that joke. His kids are black. Not mine. But I can make that joke, bro. But no, something else I got on the list. At trans in the bathroom. With a knife. With that transgender
I'm pretty sure
person.
that still floats on the line of the acid, depending on if what I heard was right. But
I doubt that person was on drugs. I mean, who knows?
I don't know.
They just look like one of them like school shooter crash out types.
I didn't see him. I heard about it after the fact. But Guap told me.
Oh, Guap told you about the whole trans in the bathroom thing?
I didn't figure out about it till the end of the shift, and yeah, Guap's the one that told me about it.
Hey, dude, Jay was there with me, bro. That shit was kind of crazy. And I just
recorded. We all were there.
Yeah, I recorded that shit on Snapchat. It was just like, be gone, school shooter. Be gone. Cause I didn't know that motherfucker was trans after, like, they had left. They were like, oh, yeah. Like, the waitresses and shit were like, oh, by the way, that was a trans person. I was like, really? I just thought that was a dyke. Like, real shit. I just thought it was a dyke for real. But they came in, dumped some shit in the tea urn, so we had to go clean the tea urns and shit. And fucking, they had locked themselves in the fucking bathroom.
After taking one of the little...
After taking one of the
Wasn't
knives.
it a butter knife? I don't even think they had, like, steak knives. Like...
No, at first they did. But by the time you were there, I think they got rid of them and had butter knives.
Yeah.
Because at first we did have the little steak knives. Those were a bitch.
Oh, I believe it.
But, yeah, dude. That was a crazy little crash out moment.
Yeah.
Unexpected as fuck, too. That was like a Tuesday, bro.
Yeah.
Trivia Tuesdays, man.
What did they have? Wasn't it Thursdays they had like the...
I think it was Wednesdays they had bingo and shit. Thursday they had a live band sometime.
Live performance, yeah.
Yeah. I should go in there try to do a shit stain concert.
What's crazy is I'm pretty sure I still have a couple cards from some of them people.
Oh, dude, I got cups of those from Mellow, bro.
No, of the acts.
Oh, the acts? Like the guys that were performing there?
I swear, dog.
Uh-oh, he going in his wallet right now, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have video, so you can't see. Next, we can talk about the dog lady. Dun, dun, dun. He's scrolling, ladies and gents. He's got a bunch of shit in his hands right now. We don't know what it is. It could be something from the Mellow Daze. A little Mellow memorabilia. No way. A GameStop power-up card, brother? What else you got? Dollar General. Regal. Uh-oh. Don't tell me that's it. Could it be? No. Hell no. Damn, son, you got an ass of shit in your wallet. I'll give you that.
What's crazy is everything in
Capital
this part
One.
right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is every appointment for
TJ?
TJ.
Oh, damn, that's
from when
crazy.
She was pregnant. Every appointment card from the very first one to the very last one, I still have in my wallet.
Hell yeah. That's a loving father right there.
They're fucking faded and all fucked up, but
They there, though.
them bitches have been in my wallet for 9 years now.
Ooh, Lord. That's insane.
Yes, sir. Them bitches ain't went nowhere in 9 years, and they ain't going to. Okay, hold on.
So, yeah, fuck the wallet shit.
Keep, go ahead.
Dog lady?
Dog lady, yeah.
Shall we talk about the dog lady, man? There was a dog lady at work. We call her that because she fucked a dog. She, this bitch has made Daily Mail, Huffington Post, and all this shit. We're not going to call her by her government. What the fuck is that, a magician?
An impersonator?
An impersonator.
Tom Jones impersonator.
Tom Jones. Oh,
Jeff
he's an
Gordon,
Elvis impersonator.
Garth Brooks.
Oh, he can imitate
Elvis.
Brooks. Man.
Bro, I don't know where the hell that came from, dog.
Bro.
That's gotta be Mellow.
Bro, I gotta call him. That's who we're calling during that segment.
That's gotta be
Dude.
Mellow, dog.
Yeah, talentbytiffany.com. Y'all go check that out. The Jeff Gordon Show. Tune in. He will imitate Elvis, Garth Brooks, and who else?
Open it up. I don't fucking know.
Tom Jones? Who the fuck is Tom Jones?
I think he's Tom Jones.
No, man. His name's Jeff Gordon. Oh,
Well,
shit.
the email says Tom Jones.
JeffGordonShows.com. Carol Tiffany at talentbytiffany.com. Facebook, Tom Jones impersonator. Okay. I mean, hell, he might be known as the Tom Jones impersonator. I don't know.
I don't either.
But whoever the hell Tom Jones is, man, you got somebody out here impersonating your ass. And I think his name's Jeff Gordon. Or his name's Tom Jones. And he might be imitating Jeff Gordon. We don't know. Okay? We're not up to date with these white people that he's supposed to be imitating. Besides Elvis and Garth Brooks. But who the fuck cares about Garth Brooks?
Right.
Anyways, dog lady.
Dog lady.
The dog lady. We both knew the dog lady.
Yeah.
Whenever I started, she was in the kitchen. And she had an ankle monitor on. Because originally what had happened with this little dog stuff that she had ran into, why the Huffington Post and Daily Mail decided to talk about her ass for doing it, was because she had a fiance. Fiance was like, or she was like, hey, yo, fiance, let me tell you something. Since we're getting married, I ought to tell you all this fucked up stuff about me. And all that fucked up stuff, persisted of things like, incest fantasies and the shit that she did with her dog, which is really graphic and disgusting. So,
There was that.
the fiance, being a normal-brained person for the most part, was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? And he didn't know what to do, bro. That's his fiance. He didn't want to immediately go to the law and be like, yo, this bitch is fucking dogs. He was like, you know what, let me go to her parents. He goes to her parents, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, bro, she's been doing that shit since she was like 13, bro. Yeah, Biscuit, Whiskers, everybody, yeah, she's done shit with him. Oh, that boy done found a old school $5 bill up in his shit. Oh, hold on now. He got a stack of old $2. Damn, that boy got them $2 bills on him. Y'all best shop with T.Y. That boy got it on him. Man. Watch out for him now.
76.
Hey, he in that bitch. He in that bitch with them racks on him, cuz. Stop playing with him.
95.
A $5 bill from 1995?
Same year I was born.
Oh, that's crazy, dog. But yeah, man, what was I finna say?
Dog told her parents. They
Oh,
say,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
she
right.
been doing that.
Yeah, parents was like, yeah, cuz she been doing that. He was like, all right, word. Well, I'm going to go to the police then. Go to the police. She get locked up. Daily Mail talk about it. All this crazy shit. She relocates states. Ends up moving into this new neighborhood, right? There was this little 15-year-old boy. She had the hots for this here 15-year-old boy. And she said, hey there, 15-year-old boy. I got me here some coochie. And so, yeah, she fucked that 15-year-old boy. And then, you know, his parents find out about it. Ironically, bro, I read the post. I forgot to talk about it last time. But you know what made the parents find out about it? Like how, you know, they didn't catch him fucking. He thought he caught a disease.
Oh, hell no.
And then once he found out it was after he found out about the dog stuff, and he was like, oh, dude, ain't no fucking way I got a disease. And so he went to his parents. And they reported it to the police, and she went to jail. And then by the time that I had made my way to Mellow and I had met her, she had that ankle monitor on. And she was quick to say, yeah, I fucked a 15-year-old. But she did not mention the part where, you know, like a year or two prior, she was caught fucking a dog. You found it. I don't see his name. Adam Harris. Adam Harris Thompson. He is a solo artist. And he's got a Facebook.
Solo band,
Solo, duo, trio, band. He can do it all. It don't matter. But his name is Adam Harris Thompson, one of the performers at Old Mellow from back in the day. Oh, he got his own website, AdamHarrisThompson.com. You guys go check him out. Book him for a show or something. He's great. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember.
If I got a card, most likely they were.
Bet.
Because I didn't get one from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because some people just...
Some
people need to work a little harder.
I remember one time, bro, one of them guys did an acoustic cover of Same Drugs by Chance the Rapper in that bitch. And after he got done, I was like, bro, hearing you do Same Drugs on an acoustic guitar, low-key, was crazy, bro. That was great.
I mean, it might have been one of them two people right there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But, dude, cycling back over to the dog lady.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's it that we really covered. There wasn't any crazy shit that she did at Mellow that I can remember.
No.
For the most part, she stayed out of the way. Seemed like a nice person. You know what I mean?
With a history like that, yeah, I try to stay out the way too.
Yeah, oh God. Oh God. I ain't gonna talk too much because if you find out my legal name and you Google me, yeah. Oh, when I told Andrew about it, because I was in school, when I found out about it, I went to school, told Andrew. He was like, ain't no fucking way, bro. I was like, bro, I can Google her name right now and it'll pop up. And so, like, I played it off like some nerd shit with the teacher. Like, when the bell rang, I was like, hey, can I just look at your computer right quick? And me and him got into a little debate. So, I just need to Google one thing so I could just prove him wrong. She was like, yeah, that's fine. Get behind the computer, just Google the bitch's name. Shit pops up. I click on the Daily Mail article. He was like, no way, bro. I was like, yeah, I work with that bitch. And once I said bitch, I realized that the teacher was behind us.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, I thought she was about to get on to me for saying, you know, cussing and shit. And she was like, you work with that woman? I was like, yeah. She was like, where do you work? I said, Mellow Mushroom. She goes, not the one in Aiken, right? I was like, no, not the one in Aiken. I'm on the Broad Street one. She was like, okay. Thank God. Because I only eat at the one in Aiken. I ain't been to the Broad Street one. I was like, yeah, she in the kitchen. You don't want to go. You don't want to go. She gonna make your pizza. Unless you get you a hoagie or something, you ain't got to worry about old dog lady touching your shit. But if you get you a little pepperoni pizza, there's about a 1 in 3 chance that she'll make it. Because there's 3-4 people on that pizza line, usually.
The line wasn't too bad, though, when I went up there.
And what else could we talk about? Oh, the crackhead story?
Technically we got a couple of them now because the Joe's Underground one falls in line with that too.
Oh yeah, crackheads and shit.
Yeah,
crackheads and Broad Street, they go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly, like Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz. You know what I mean? Yep. Crackheads and Broad Street.
Yeah,
they just go hand in hand with each other.
Sometimes even Polar Pops.
Yeah, Polar Pops as well. You could throw that in the mix, make for a good trio. But
that's what I'm saying.
Oh God, brother. Yeah, dude.
The one at Mellow.
Yeah,
there was this crackhead walking down the street, and he looked at, Leroy looked at me, and was like, you know what the fuck I mean.
You call me Jared. It's
Jared,
good.
Leroy, Lo-Fi, no. But he was like, I'll ask, I bet you won't ask that crackhead if he'll eat ass, or if he's had his ass eaten or some shit like that.
No, I was like,
nah,
it.
I was like, nah, I bet you won't. I bet you $5 you won't ask him. He said, bet we shook on it. And sure enough, he came up.
I walked up to the motherfucker, phone out and everything. You can dig on the Little Shit Stain Instagram page and find this video. It's still public, by the way. I walked up to this crackhead. I almost pussied out and asked him a different question.
You did ask him a different question.
Yeah, I started off with a different question. It was a little bit more tame than that. I was like, hey, man, you ever fuck fat chicks? Just so I can get a feel for what this guy's response would be. And once he gave me the hell yeah, I was like, oh, we're in there.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to get my $5. Because I was walking, hey, man, you ever fuck fat chicks? With a real country voice. And he was like, hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah, brother. And he started saying something. He's like, and that's when I was like, you ever let a bitch eat your ass before? Hell yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, boy. And then he starts yapping about him getting out of prison and shit. I just gave him whatever change I had in my pocket, gave him a fist bump, and just walked off. I was like, there you go, partner.
I ended up betting him something later on that night and getting my $5 back.
Yeah, T.Y. did get his $5 back.
It was a win-win.
Cycling back to the crackheads on Broad Street. You remember the Questions music video? My first ever music video?
Yep.
And there was...
I was part of that.
There was DeMario that popped up.
Was that?
That was DeMario.
No, was that your first fucking...
That was my very first music video, brother. Down there at the Epicenter. Shout out to Mooka.
That's crazy.
It was after hours.
I didn't realize I was at the first one.
Yeah, bro. It was after hours. He came up, let us into the building. We shot outside and inside the Epicenter. Made for a pretty good...
First time I met Lucas and shit, too.
Yeah, first time you met Lucas. There's a bunch of characters there, like old Cameron Fagan and James Johnson and shit. A bunch of other folks out there. We had a good time. Shot that video.
Yeah, your back had its own cameo.
Oh, God, yeah. My back sweat had its own cameo in the video because that shit was rough.
Hey, it was hot.
Hey, dude, it was a hot summer day, but, hey, man, we made it work.
That shit was fun.
That was a great music video, and that was a fun first experience. Shout out to LaFont Lee. Yeah, dude, when DeMario walked up on us, like in between scenes and shit, and that's when I started fucking with him.
Ain't that the same? Wasn't he the same one with the $5? The bet?
Nah, he wasn't the same one with the $5. This guy popped up at Mellow all the time, though, because he would take out the trash. Do you remember Pam? Was you there for Pam?
The little manager chick?
Yeah,
Pam was a shit. I fucked with
Hell
Pam.
yeah, shout out to Pam, too. She's first runner-up for coolest manager, because she was great. She
Pam
always
was
looked out
shit.
for us. And
I forgot about Pam, yeah.
Pam used to throw him some bread to take out the trash, because that's the type of person Pam is. Pam's great. Pam, if you happen to hear this podcast, me and T.Y. love you. Shout out to you, Pam.
Facts.
And shout out her son, too, because he worked with us for a little bit. I think he was like a host or something. I can't really remember. But Pam was
vaguely remember.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Dude, she was like the mom. Like, I know everybody called Panda and Trey mom and pop, but nah, dude, Pam felt like mom.
Yeah, facts.
Or like that sweet auntie that you have, bro. Like, that's what Pam felt like. But,
it's the aunt you want to work with.
I swear to God. But, yeah, DeMario walked up, and I ain't really know DeMario like that. I've since made up for this to DeMario a lot. I've given him... Like, I'm not just saying this for the pod, because this is somebody that has been homeless downtown for a lot. And after this clip, I seen this motherfucker a shit ton. And every time I'd see him, I would think of this video, and I'd be like, damn, I really tricked his ass. So I'd fucking, I'd throw him something, a couple dollars here and there. At most, like $5 at a time. But he's definitely, ever since that video was taken, he's definitely gotten at least $100 out of me.
You gotta tell him the video.
As much as he's seen. Before I tell the video, don't worry. He's had like at least $100 compensation for this bullshit. But it ain't even that big of bullshit. I was just fucking with him, and I thought, well, what did I say? Like something about like
I still see him to this day, every now and again.
Mm-hmm. He still be out there, bro.
Yep.
But I said something. I said something about how I ate some girl's ass, and I got dingleberries in my teeth.
Oh
and how
man, I remember.
I used bleach and all to like try to get the fucking smell
We were
out.
waiting. We had just got off.
Yeah.
We was waiting out front.
No. We was at the video. This is the
Was
video.
that
This is at the music video, bro, because it was right next to the
Yeah, because
epicenter,
it was
bro.
in the side part when we was over by the cars and
And
shit.
in the video, he's asking you if you worked at Mellow. This was after you got fired. And he was like, I used to.
Yeah.
That's what you said. And then I started talking to him about that bullshit. And I was like, here, smell my breath. See, it still got a little... And then he was like, oh, no. And he like moved his face and shit. And I was like, yeah. And then I looked over at somebody else. I was like, you got something to drink, man? Trying to play it off. Like, go into what I was saying. Like, yeah, dude, that video is also on my Instagram, on my shit stain Instagram. You can find that. Not my proudest moment, but it's okay, dude. DeMario got
I forgot about that.
DeMario got like $100 out of me after that, bro. At the least, bro. It's probably not up there with like 200, but I've seen him a good ass bit of times after that, bro. At least like 20, 30.
Yeah.
And damn sure every time I had some money on me, bro, I gave it to him. Like I'd even dig in the car and be like, hold on, bro. I know I at least got like 7, 8 fucking quarters in this bitch I can at least give to you.
Fact.
Like, cause like that's the only one I would recognize. I would always be out there, and that's like fuck the video. It's just like you've been out here this fucking long, type shit. You know what I mean? It's like I know it's got to be the drugs, but still like this many years of being homeless. Cause this is back in 2018 when that video was taken, and then I stopped going downtown around like 2024 because we seen him that night with Jack the Mac. Speaking of DeMario, he's the one that popped up on Jack the Mac's ass.
He was the one that popped up on Jack the Mac.
Yes, he's the one that popped up on Jack the Mac. All right, so segueing into this perfect way.
Yeah,
because
that's awesome.
Everything just cycles. You know, life's just a big circle, man. This whole world, big circle. Everything's gonna circle back into itself. And this damn sure did. We used to do open mic nights at Joe's Underground. I was slowly turning this shit into like the Kill Tony of open mic nights just because it was a good way to get, you know, everybody more engaged. Usual open mic nights will be at some bar. This one being Joe's Underground. Fuck them, by the way. They suck. But down there at Joe's Underground, there would be like, you know, it'd be on a Tuesday, and so there'd be like 3 or 4 people in the bar. Maybe like 6 to 8 at the most at one time. Yeah. And then like the open mic night crowd would come, and it'd be like some local comics or whatnot. And most of the local comics, no offense to you guys, love you all, you guys are sweet, but none of them would be that fucking funny. It'd be like a ventriloquist. There was one guy doing comic book material, and it'd be like deep comic book material. It wouldn't be like, you know, if Superman and Batman actually fought, who do you think would act? You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. He'd be like, no, there was this one comic strip made by DC, and trying to give a whole background on it so he can make one joke. It's like, nah, dude, you're doing way too much of a setup, and, you know, just for the payoff to not be that great.
Yeah.
But when I do interviews and shit with these motherfuckers and, like, get the audience more engaged, like, talk to motherfuckers in the audience and shit, and include them with questions for these, you know, motherfuckers, it'd be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would get the... you know, the act to not be so awkward, make them feel a little more comfortable, or at least for next time, because the interview portion would be after they do their bullshit.
Yeah.
But, however, you know, it was fun while it lasted. It was one night where whole buddy T.Y. right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
He was my special guest for this here open mic night occasion. We go down there, and it's a dead Tuesday. Ain't nobody show up. It was like right after a storm or something, too. So, like, motherfuckers really wasn't showing up.
Yeah.
We was outside advertising for this shit, trying to get people to come out. We found a crackhead on the street. We said to the dead crackhead, hey, man, you want to come inside for open mic night? You can go upstage and do whatever the fuck you want. It's open mic night. He was like, you know what? Sure.
Yeah, what else he have going on?
That fella's name was Jack the Mac.
Jack the motherfucking Mac.
You can find this. You can find this video on one of my YouTube channels. I'll link the video in the description. But Jack the Mac's crazy ass was he came in there just talking about how he used to be a pimp and all this other crazy shit.
His time in prison.
And what made them what make us say fuck Joe's Underground is because they wanted to cancel open mic nights because of Jack the Mac's shit. So, yeah, over there at Joe's Underground, they don't really like us no more because of Jack the Mac's little set. Jack the Mac went up there talking about, his time in prison, and we asked him what's the most disgusting thing that he'd experienced, or like the worst thing. I don't think it was disgusting that we
what
asked.
was the worst thing you saw?
Yeah, what was the worst
other
shit?
than
People
somebody
getting
killing
killed.
somebody, yeah.
He was like, oh, the gay shit. He hated the gay shit. He believed that two men shouldn't lay together and whatnot. And while we're interviewing him and feeding into his homophobia, thinking it's funny, we forget that the bartender was gay.
I didn't know.
Yeah, T.Y. didn't know. I forgot.
That was my first time to
Yeah,
Joe's
you
Underground,
was,
and
yeah.
honestly wasn't impressed.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Like not
We seen
all
a rat.
the whole other shit, like the what you
Like
call
the
it,
rat
side.
and the piss in the stairway?
All that, like the podcast, what happened with the open mic night shit, all
Yeah.
that shit aside, like I just wasn't a big fan of. It wasn't Joe's Underground isn't a place I'd be like, yeah, let's go there again.
Yeah, fuck no. It's really not that great.
Like,
If anything, their tacos was alright, but they wasn't great.
nah.
It was eh.
I feel like you can get better tacos from Taco Bell.
You could definitely get better tacos from Taco Bell. That's why it's fuck Joe's Underground. It was like, yeah, no, after Jack the Mac, they were like, yeah, we're not doing this no more. I'm like, well, fuck you guys.
All because some little bitch got in their feelings.
Yeah.
And I ain't
Like-
even talking about the bartender. Some bitch got in
Yeah.
their feelings.
It wasn't the bartender that got us canceled. It was the bitch at the bar who I asked a question to. I was like, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen in your life? Or something like that. And she was just immediately like,
Don't talk to me.
yeah, don't talk to me. Don't include me in this. How about that? I was like, oh, okay then, bitch. I just continued on what we said.
Yeah.
I referenced her like twice. I said, oh, like that crazy lady over there. All this is on video too, by the way. You can catch it. Even the moment where the bartender's like, yeah, I think this is going to be the last open mic night.
Mm-hmm.
So that clip is the only thing living out there of the open mic night series that we had going for a little bit. It was fun while it lasted, but old Jack the Mac just had to get up there and just spew his homophobia, make everybody uncomfortable. Talk about pimping bitches, and them bitches at the bar just got all offended and whatnot. Hey, it's all right. He's a crackhead. There's nothing to be offended by. All this shit probably didn't happen. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
This shit probably never happened, brother. But alrighty. Now, my phone's got 5%. But we have made it to the hour-long mark in this bitch. Woo-woo! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yee. We've covered everything from Dog Lady to the crackhead story to the follow-up crackhead story at the music video to the trans in the bathroom, the acid at work, and the beans at work.
To the
as well as-
following crackhead story at Joe's Underground.
Yep, and to Joe's Underground as well. So now, ladies and gents, is our prank call segment. Y'all missed out on it on episode 2, your first appearance. Sadly, it didn't pick up last night whenever everybody
Yeah.
else did their prank calls. But luckily enough, we're here today to redeem ourselves.
You got it.
Now's the bonus round, TY. You ready?
Yeah, that-
I'm gonna kick things off. I'm gonna kick things off with this little prank call segment. Unsure who we're gonna call just yet. I'm thinking
You
of
can call
calling.
that McDonald's again.
Call it McDonald's again. I think that's a good idea. I think this is McDonald's right here. All right, I got you. So a little backstory on this here McDonald's. This McDonald's fucked us up last night. I think I touched base on it on our re-recording earlier today.
Yeah.
But for a little recap, McDonald's fucked us up on our order. Made me have to go out there my damn self. Gave us a half full McFrappe. Or not. Or yeah, frappe, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
They hoed us, to say the least. It's a shitty McDonald's. They've hoed us on numerous occasions. This is the one closest to my house. There's a deep root lore of all the times this McDonald's has fucked me royally in my anus. So, therefore, we're going to get a little get back here. All right? So here we go.
Thank you for choosing McDonald's. How can I help you?
Hello, my name's Debbie. I came through this here drive-through, I want to say about 15 minutes ago. I had me about 2 Big Macs, all right? And I ordered one of them with no pickles and with no sauce. Both of them got pickles and sauce on them. So I wanted to know if I come up there about 15 more minutes, would I be able to get my, it's got a bite.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, not a problem.
It's all right if I got a bite out of it, right, is it?
Yeah, it's okay. Just bring what you got left, and I'll put those in the trash and make you some more, okay? But you said both of them are without sauce, or just the one with no sauce and no pickle?
One of them had no sauce and no pickles. The other one had no pickles. I think y'all got that one right, but my husband, he's a clumsy little bastard. When we got back, he done dropped it in a big old pile of dog shit that was sitting out in the front yard. I know. Clumsy little bastard. I don't want to bring that one up there because it literally smells like shit. It was a fresh turd. It was just terrible.
Okay.
But we'll be back. We'll be up there in about 15 minutes, all right? I appreciate y'all very much.
All right, you're welcome, sweetie.
All right.
All right, hold on.
Oh man, that was.
And that's how we kick things off with the prank call segment, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, next up, we're gonna get one of these Craigslist folks. You ready for this? You know, I mean, you see how to hold it. Shit.
Oh.
So, we've got do you want to call the guy about the chicken? The guy with the chicken? Some guy on Craigslist has got a fucking chicken. Would you like to call the guy with the chicken, T.Y.?
I'll probably hop in on it.
You gotta engage with it. This is your prank call. This is the segment, brother. This is your shit. This is you. You gotta get
segment. This is your segment.
This is the prank call segment where whatever fucking guest I've got's got a prank call, motherfuckers. We've got to make up for this past episode. You didn't prank call nobody.
Yeah, I did.
Not today. Not today. That was last night.
I mean, technically, that was today. It was the same day.
Hey, new, hush your mouth, son. Hush your mouth. We're calling this guy with the chicken. And you're going to ask him. You're going to make sure he didn't do no funny stuff with this chicken.
Oh, see, that's perfect for you. You already got it. You're already set.
And that's why you're calling him.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Hello?
Hey, are you the one that had the list on, or the posting on Craigslist about a chicken?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I was wanting to know what kind of chicken was it.
I mean, what's the price on it?
I don't know. Somebody told me about it.
Okay, yeah, I only got 7 left, and one of them's molten, which means they lost their feathers. They do it once a year.
Okay.
But I'm wanting $10 each for them. They ice the browns, and then I've got American breast. They are for the hens are $75 each.
Gotcha.
Yes.
You be doing anything with these chickens?
What now?
I said, do you be doing anything with these chickens
No,
here?
they just egg layers. And American breast, I hatch out and sell chicks.
Would you fuck one?
Who?
I said, would you fuck one?
It's just like, would you fuck one? What the fuck ad is that, dude?
I don't know.
Text Now's got shit noises as an ad now, I guess. Would you fuck one? He just hangs up. So yes, that was our prank call segment. And well, usually around now is where we end off the episode, brother man. You know, T.Y., I appreciate you for being on the podcast.
No problem.
Appreciate you coming out, y'all. everybody that's out here, Valley Baby on the way. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned in. We gonna
Good
keep.
fucking luck.
Yeah. What you say?
Good fucking luck.
Good fucking luck.
Good fucking luck.
Yeah, man.
Best of luck to you.
Best of luck to everybody out here tuning in and shit.
Oh, I was talking about the ones with a baby coming.
Oh. Baby on the way. And Valley Baby on the way. Shout out everybody that's tuned in. Love y'all very much. And we'll catch y'all in the next one. Yee yee.
Yerp.